Okay, so we're ready. Let me make a small introduction. So we are very happy having you today, Camilla. You are original from Italy, professional boxer, and as I knew, your base was in Miami under the Javier Centeno Sweat Boxing,
Yes, yes,
right? And you
yes.
just had the fight. You just had the fight in Mexico City, Saturday or
Yes.
Friday? Was on Saturday.
Saturday, past
Okay,
Saturday.
congratulations, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Let's start with the fight. How was the fight?
Was top fight because my opponent she was strong, but I had a difficult training camp because I wasn't able to find opponent to find sparring partner while I was in camp in Mexico. So I had sparring only with men, and for like 3 months I sparred men. Also in Florida, I wasn't able to find sparring of my weight class, so I was doing sparring with a girl bigger than me, and so when I've been to fight, I was ready for like a very strong punches, and I didn't feel all this power. I didn't
So
felt all this power.
that was good for you in a sense of like you train with guys. So you basically when you had to fight with with a female was felt a little bit easier, I guess.
Yes, that's what I felt. Yeah, exactly.
So where
Uh,
was your camp? Your camp was in Miami or where was your camp?
I
Or in
was
Mexico?
in Mexico because when I fight in Mexico City, there is the altitude, so I have to stay there at least 21 days before the fight. So I've been there 1 month before the fight, and I finished my camp over there. And so I train most of the time in Florida with Javier. But then when I have to do Mexico, when I have to fight in Mexico, I have to go there and finish my camp over there.
Because the temperature is different and you have to get used to,
No,
right?
because the altitude, so there is no
That's
oxygen, there is less oxygen, and your body needs to adapt to this level, to this high level. And because, like, when you arrived in Mexico, and the first days, the first week I spar, I feel like I didn't train for a long time. You try
wow.
to throw punches, but your body can't. You have no oxygen in your body. After 30 seconds, you start to feel tired. So this is
So
what.
how many rounds was the fight?
Eight, eight
8 rounds.
rounds fight.
Did you
Yes.
feel like you were in your best?
What?
Did you felt like you were in your best? You felt really good in the fight?
Yeah, I feel really good. I felt really good. I felt like really confident, not only about body, but about mentally. I was like, I'm going to spar. It's different because sometimes our mind make us feel like uncomfortable
Getting
because
stressed out, yes.
emotion and everything. But this time I was like, okay, I don't care, everything can happen, I'm ready to fight and I want to
You have
enjoy
a lot
the
of
fight.
experience though. You have a lot of experience now. Now it's
It's not. I think I still need much more because it was only my ninth fight. But yes, of course, considering my first fight, I was like more confident,
I
more
would,
calm.
the reason that I said experience is more because you've been, I mean, I know you for like 4 or 5 years. You've been sparring with the best of the best.
Oh yes, yes, it's true.
And
It helps me a lot because when you go in a training camp with the champion, like right now with Ivana Bazin, she's a world champion. Next week I will be back with Katie Taylor. So to me is first of all is an honor to be part of their training camp, and then I can measure, I can check my level, I can see which is my level, and I can improve because when, of course, when you work with this kind of fighter, you have to give all. You can't say, no, today I don't feel good. No, you give all on the sparring, and you see, what your body can do, what you can do, your mind, your body, everything.
you
And
you test yourself also, and
yeah.
sometimes you probably say, "Let me see, do I belong to be in this league, right?
Yes,
Am I
yes,
supposed to be
exactly.
here?"
Yes.
What was your hardest sparring? Which of those ladies was the hardest sparring?
Hardest.
I'm sorry?
What did you say? The harder sparring?
What was your hardest sparring? Which
Yeah,
female?
of
With Katie
course.
Taylor?
Uh, yeah, any fighter say something hard. So I can't say Katie Taylor because of course she's amazing. She's quick. She's fast. She's
Strong though. I mean, I don't know you that well, but like I know you for like 4 or 5 years because
Mm.
I met you with my friend Johnny, and I see you in the gym all the time. Like keep trying, and I'm pretty sure you had a lot of difficult times with fights, with I don't know your situation, but probably with money because it's hard living in Miami.
It's
And
really hard. It's really
yes,
hard.
so what makes you like keep pushing? Is it the love of the sport? Is it
The passion for boxing. I never thought to be rich with boxing, to make money with boxing, because if I think like on this way, I already had to stop boxing. Imagine I'm living in Florida and fighting in Mexico. Mexican purse are not the same of USA, and it's of course it's harder to me to like fight in Mexico and then live with my money in Florida. I need to find a different way to live, of course. So I boxing is just my passion, is just what I love to do and what keep my mind busy. So when I step into the gym, I have no thinking. My mind is free. I just thinking about enjoy my sports, and I do it since 12 years. So and
so
it's
when did you came in US?
I came in I think 5 years ago.
Wait,
Yes.
first of all, which place from Italy are you?
See, I'm from Rome, close to Rome. It's a small city close to Rome. The name is Latina, and it's like
Latina.
40 minutes away.
Wow.
It's like 40 minutes away to Rome,
You look
and
more like Latina now that you are in Miami.
yeah, I know. That's what I say. When I talk with the people in Mexico or around, they say, you're Latina? No, I'm from Latina.
Wait, do you speak Spanish very good though?
Yeah,
at
better
this
than my
point?
English, of course. Much better than my English. The problem is the
Oh, your English is
pronunciation.
good.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable. I feel like I need to think, then translate, then
You know
say.
why? Because I think because if you were living in a different city like Los Angeles or New York, you probably wouldn't know Spanish and you will know English much better. But
Yes,
now
but
because you're in Miami and you are surrounded with Latin people, it's the opposite.
Miami is not USA. What I said, Miami is like is South America. So and then Javier speaks Spanish. So he
Okay,
of course he speaks English, but with me he speaks Spanish because I feel better. So I improve my Spanish with my teammates,
good,
with my
good, good.
coach. Then going to Mexico, speaking Spanish. Living in Florida, speaking Spanish. Just when I live in Florida, where I live in Florida, in West Palm Beach. There, over
Uh-huh.
there is more north. Up north is there are more American people, so it's
Okay.
hard to find
I,
someone
I
to speak
remember when
Spanish.
I come in Miami and I go in a restaurant, they start talking to me Spanish. I'm like, I don't know Spanish. Like, I wish I knew.
Yeah, but you are from Greek, but you looks like Latinian too.
Me-
You can look like Cuban or Puerto Rican, so
Maybe,
they
maybe.
can they can think you speak Spanish.
So you are from Italy, and when did you came in US?
I came, so my mom, she moves in USA 10 years ago, and I always go there to visiting my mom and spend time there and training. And so after many years, I was going there to visiting my mom. I say to my mom, I want to move. I don't want to stay in Italy anymore. I loved Florida so much. The weather, the
So your mom
boxing.
used to live in Miami, in Florida?
Yeah, she used to live in Florida. She used to live in Florida. She moves there 10 years ago. So my mom say, okay, let's do something because you can't come here and do nothing. And they also don't give you the documents to stay here. So we have to do something. And I bought a restaurant. And I bought a restaurant in 2019.
Before
Uh,
COVID.
in November 2019, in
Wow.
January 2020, COVID hits me.
Wow.
So I had to close the restaurant who I just bought. But thanks to good, Florida was one of the states who wasn't hit so much
Very
from the
strict.
COVID. So
Okay.
people start to come down to Florida. They moved, and then after like a month and a half, 2 months, I was already able to work. But the problem was that people wasn't working. People was getting check from the government to stay at home. So I wasn't able to find the chef, to find the servers, employees, nothing. And only the people who came to me was telling me, hey, I can work with you for you, but no employment. So they want under the table cash. And they say, no, of course, I can't. Because USA are giving me the opportunity to stay here, and I'm not gonna do those things to. I want to do right things, so I was
But
working by myself with my mom in the restaurant, and the restaurant start to get busy, busy every day. I had a really good work. I also had hard times because I was working out at the 9 a.m. in the morning, finish at 12:30, depends because most of the time we was doing boxing and then straight conditioning the same day, every day. So then go back home, take care of my
too
dog,
much.
taking
It's too
shower,
much.
go to the restaurant, work all day in the restaurant. And when the
Next
restaurant
day
was
all over.
all day like it, and the day of rest who was Monday, the rest day was Monday, I was in the restaurant making preparation for the week because nobody was helping me. So at least I say after 3 hours, I can't anymore. I can't. I prefer. In the meantime, I was able to do my pro debut because, of course, I'm not gonna leave my restaurant if I still don't do my pro debut and see how things going. Because imagine if sold the restaurant and then I wasn't able to do my pro debut because of also it was another problem. I was trying to do my pro debut, so I was working to getting money to pay my opponent, to pay my fight, to pay their flight, my
So
by your
you
work.
were doing
So
everything by yourself.
I was doing
Camilla, give me a
everything by
photo.
myself.
Come a little bit more on the left. Come a little bit more on the left. Perfect. Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. So
Yes.
you were doing everything by yourself basically.
Yes, I was doing everything by myself and with my mom, who was in Florida to getting rest. And after 4 years of work, she was working again in my restaurant. So it was one of the hardest things who happened to me to see my mom working again when she came to Florida to getting rest. She's a pharmacist. She works in Italy as a pharmacist for 40 years. So once she moved to Florida, her plan was rest, and she was working in a restaurant as a server
So basically she made that to help you, but
to help me.
ended up doing a full-time job because you guys needed
Yeah,
people.
yes, of course. So then I in 2020 I was able to do my pro debut, and I did it. It was good. Everything going good. Uh,
How did you choose sweatboxing?
How? Because at the beginning I had another coach in Florida. I was with him since I started to go to visiting my mom. He was a really nice person, but then when once I get the visa, just the day I got the visa, I he's died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I didn't told him nothing because I was thinking I'm gonna surprise him. But then they called me, hey Camilla, Mel is gone. So once I'm back in Florida with my visa to work, to stay there, I was without gym, without with the COVID. All this situation was going too much to me. Was start to be too much.
But everything that you are saying, which is incredible, sorry, uh, you understand if you love something so much, you will never let it go. Basically, you love boxing so much that you did everything to stay in the gym. You did everything to continue fighting and to make, because I understand that was your dream, right? To fight in
Yes,
US.
of course, of course. And I still didn't vote in US. So it's crazy to me because it has been 5 years I'm there. I know many
Why
people.
why do you think, besides of the fact that it's more difficult than women's boxing, is any other factor that you haven't fought in US?
I think because I have no promoter. I'm free of promoter. I work in Mexico with Miura as my management. They are my manager, but not their promoter, my promoter. So if they call me as opponent. But of course, who's growing their record is not calling an opponent with a good record. They're looking for a no easy opponent, but
Similar,
maybe
yes.
similar or something more
Close.
easy to grow the record. So it happens to me that they offer me the fight, but then maybe the opponent say no, it's better no. So many things are happening in my career. I don't want to say they don't want to fight with me because it's not true. I don't think so, but I just think like that
There is
anyone.
another thing though, that when you have a fighter like you, that they know that you have experience sparring with all of these, big names
That's
and
what I'm
already,
saying.
and then
So
it's like you are high risk for them. So they are like, do we really want to fight this lady? She's really good. Why we need to put ourselves in a risk, you know?
this is what I'm saying. So it's not about be scared of fight with me because of course it's not this, but it's just when you have opponent who's growing the record, they are growing the record. They want to keep this
Go on a
record
risk,
to the
yes.
like me. I want to keep my. I would like to keep a positive record to get a good opportunity. If they start to lose. They it's the chance to get a good opportunity goes down. So that's the reason why I think it's harder to me to get a fight. Then all my amateur career was in Italy, and then so nobody know me, and so everything I did in USA is
How did
from
you how did
zero.
you how did you change your style from from Italy, the amateur, to the professional? Basically, my question is, you came with a completely different style, and then you are like oh my God, what's happening here? It's like no more bouncing, no more 25 punches, no more, right?
Yeah, a lot patience, a lot. I mean, I think Javier has a lot patience with me, lot. I think that's why he's my coach. I want to keep him as a coach until I stop boxing, because I was really like,
Yes.
amateur. So
Like a bunny.
jump, 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 and throw punches with no power, no sense punches, just to move and boxing back, no,
Backwards.
backwards.
Uh-huh.
So instead to go forward. So was totally different. So it costs me a lot, and I still learn this style, because when you like I did amateur for 8 years.
Go a
Uh,
little bit back, one click back. Perfect.
I've been amateur for like 8 years. So when you have to switch in professional, it's like I think it's harder if you are amateur to switch in professional than if you start boxing direct to go professional. I think I prefer to start boxing as a professional without amateur experience.
I feel also that you need the amateur experience though.
Huh?
I,
You need,
I feel
yes,
you need like
that's
it's good if you
yes.
have like a couple
No,
of
I
fights
talk
now
about style. I'm talking just
about
about
style.
styles. So to learn the professional style is better if you start boxing as a professional. But of course, the amateur experience, the reflexing, because in amateur reflexing are really fast. So it's better if you have it than you don't have nothing.
And you kind of understand how much more power you have, right? Because it happens with me when I was fighting amateur and when I came in US and they told me sit down in your punches, I was like, oh, I have so much more power that you didn't
Yes.
know. You didn't
Yes,
know.
exactly. Uh, you feel like more solid. You feel your body. When you
Uh-huh.
fight as amateur, you think you throw only your hands, your arms. You put only your hands in your arms. When you fight as a professional, you stay sit. You feel your power from your feet, and you feel more solid. You feel you're in the ring. You know,
So now
and
your base was in Miami, but I'm seeing you traveling all the time. One day I see you in Mexico, now you are in Colombia. Like, what makes you, travel so much and
because until I don't get the right opportunity and the good promoter who wants me and say, "Hey, let's work together," I have to travel
that's
around.
very brave though. It's very brave from you. Just you basically take your boxing gloves, take your mouth guard, and you are like, okay, I'm coming whenever you guys call
Yes,
me.
yes, this is what I do. I mean, it's all about experience. Then I'm already not old, but I'm 33, so I'm not thinking to be a professional boxer until 50 years. I would like to stop at 35, maybe 36, but my target is 35, and I hope I can do something good at until before my 35 years old. So
So Camila, when you go in Mexico, or when you now that you're in Colombia, do you have a coach there?
I have coach in Mexico, who's the coach of the promotion, who helps me to grow to
Preparation.
go. Miura. Miura is my management, but they make me fight. So when I'll be there, I train with their coach, which are also my coach, of course. Now it's my ninth fight with Miura, and of course I have a relation with they, and I love they so much. So it's like a second family to me, no? And then it's also nice when you go around the world that you can learn different style, different things, no? Then of course I have my style. There is I will always feel comfortable with a different style, but no different things is always good. That's why I love boxing, because you never stop learning.
Exactly, and basically you listen from everybody, and then you take whatever you think that it will work for you.
Yes, right, right.
It's
And
not like you do whatever they saying. Like, okay, I like this because now you are at the point that you can understand what works for you and what doesn't work for you.
yes, yes, there are always many things, many new things that you can learn and you can adapt on your style. You can improve your style just with those things. You know, in Mexico, they are more like for short distance, hard punches, a lot punches, not too much foot movement, footwork. So this is a totally different style, but it's good. It's good to know because you never know if you one day you need to fight on the with
I
someone,
agree. I
and
agree.
you have to to figure it out what how to works, how to fight, how to
And your
win this
body has
fight.
to be strong and be able to, sometimes you need to go on a war, so you have to be able to do that too.
Yes, like in amateur, you never work on short distance. Most of the amateur, when they go close, they open the hands and look at the referee.
Finish.
So this is something that I learned staying in Florida, staying in Mexico, so traveling around the world.
I think Javier, he has a style of Puerto Rico mostly, right? It's
Yes, I
kind
love
of
it.
like professional, like they sitting down
Smart.
in the punches, but there is a lot of flow also, right?
Yes, he's smart. He's smart. He's not like throwing punch with no sense. He's throwing punch at the right moment. You make sure you're gonna hit him, your opponent. So it's to me, I love this style. I love this style. I feel comfortable. I feel sure. I feel confident, and I feel like um, how you
It's
say?
better for you. It's better
Yeah,
for
it's
you. It
much
fits
better
better
for
for
me
you.
because I'm a technical fighter. This is why when I go to fight in Mexico and they give me a no technical fighters, I don't give a good fight because they make me feel crazy. I don't never know where the punch is coming from, so I start to open, go the hands, put the hands down, and get stupid punch from everywhere.
Isn't interesting though sometimes when you spar or when you fight somebody that is not good, it's very sloppy, that you might get caught and you give like a very bad fight because it doesn't help you. Like the fight goes in their
No,
direction.
no, this make me feel confused. It make me feel, to me, it make me feel confused. I always say, if he's my opponent is better, is more better is my opponent, better I am.
Yes, 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 yes.
Because it's technical. I'm technical, so I already know if she throw me a jab, I'm as a southpaw. I can throw my left-handed, move my head. I know what I have to do. I'm really, but when you work with opponents who's sloppy like it,
Then you gotta be that like that sometimes, and then it's not good because then it's like whoever is more lucky is gonna win that fight.
yes, yes. But what I like about like Mexican boxer is their heart. They are really they're
No
going
step back, no step back,
no,
only
never,
forward.
never. Maybe most of the fighters have no perfect technique, but they are really
They're going forward.
warrior. They are warrior for real, and they can get punches really hard and stay there and keep pushing, keep fighting. So I love the fact that I start my career over there because it's like I my hardest part. I already passed my hardest part. Then fighting in another country is always hard, no?
So what is your goal from here?
Uh, well,
I
of
understand your
course,
goal probably
everybody
is
want to
fighting in
be
US.
yes, and then of course everybody want to be a world champion, and that's it. Then, of course, but my goal is
No,
to
say it, say it. I think you should say it, of
no,
course.
no, it's not. It's not about to be world champion, but it's just about to give all myself to this sport because really changed my life and reach the best level I can reach. If it will if it means to be a world champion, oh wow! But if not, I will not be like I'm a loser. No, I'm not a loser. I give
That,
my life at this sport. This sport give me. really a really good life, like emotional and I mean,
It
it
helps you a lot to achieve
change
different things also.
give me a different lifestyle, more discipline. So if I'm the person who I am today, is because of boxing. So I will never feel loser if I'm not be a world champion. I will always be happy about it.
I have this saying that I carry with me is that it's better if you try it and you don't achieve it instead of like being 50, 60, 70 and say why I never try a little bit harder, why I never did that, it's good. Like you do
Exactly.
whatever you can now, you give your best and whatever it will happen will happen.
Exactly, exactly. This is what I'm saying. So I will continue to give my
That's a
100%.
blessing though. Like you've been traveling the world doing the things that you love, doing boxing and
Yes,
you
but
see
it's not
different
easy
people.
because I have no sponsor, no nothing. So I'm living
I
like
understand.
day by day. I fought in Mexico, so I'm keeping the money who I get from my fight to live, and then once I'm back in Florida, I have to figure out what doing to do my next training camp. It's
I have
hardest.
a very good feeling though, because you are doing everything right. I have a very good feeling that you will get a big fight soon.
I hope so. I hope so. But big fight means big preparation. Big preparation means good money. Good money means what?
No, money means we don't have money.
So to me,
I
it's
feel
like
like if when you will have the chance though to get a big fight, then all of a sudden sponsors are start popping. Oh, you know what? Oh, okay, now you have a big fight because I feel like the difficult part is in the beginning that like
uh,
nobody really knows
at the
you.
beginning, I had to pay my fight. I have paid my opponent. I paid my travel. I paid her travel. I paid the slot fee because I was working in my restaurant. So saved money for my boxing career. This is what I did. And then thanks to good, I have two sponsors who support me only in the fight, the training camp. It's not a big because you know how much money you need when you're in training camp, a lot, and
I
but
mean,
it helps me a little bit. It helps me, and I really feel like how you say,
blessed,
blessed
thankful.
to have they thankful and blessed to have they in my career.
Amazing. Last question. Who you got, Taylor or Serrano? You probably will go with Taylor.
Of course.
Serrano
Yeah,
is great too, though. I mean, I
they
like
are
both of
both
them.
great fighter.
I
They
like
are
both
both
of them not only because they are great fighters, but they're nice. They look
yeah,
nice people.
they are like black and white, no? So one is fast, powerful and smart. The other one is strong. It's like speed and power, the opposite. This is it will be an amazing fight again because already the first fight was amazing and the second will be amazing too. Of course, I'm with Katie. I know her as a person, not only as a boxer, and she's the most humble fighter I met in my life. She's a
Amazing.
she's something I can't explain you in words how humble is she is. So of course I wish the best for her and I wish she will win that fight too. In the meantime, I
Amazing.
think Amanda is another amazing fighter. She's smart, she's strong, she's professional. She had a great career. She have a great career. So
Does Amanda train in Miami or in Puerto
no,
Rico?
I think in Puerto Rico and New York. I think Puerto Rico and New York.
Who do
Yeah.
you got this Saturday? Canelo Berlanga.
Canelo.
Why?
Canelo. But well, everything can happen in boxing. We know. Then Canelo is older, but Canelo have more experience. Canelo, he already had a really strong fight, hard fight in his career. Berlanga, he's maybe this is his first really hard fight. But in the same time, Canelo is he already give all on this career, and Berlanga is at the beginning of his career. So
Yeah, I agree with you though. I agree. I feel like Berlanga he's
he can make a
cannot bring
surprise. He can make a
Nah, I
surprise,
don't think
but
so. I don't
uh,
think that has can bring anything that Canelo hasn't seen. Like even Canelo, you see in the last fight with Munguia, he looked so good, and
yes,
Munguia is one of the top guys, and he made him look like an easy fight. So, but I
this
agree
is
with you.
what
I agree with you.
I thought. Experience means a lot in boxing.
But also, you see that Canelo doesn't really has any bad day. Like you don't see him having like a bad day. So you are like depends how he will. He's always professional. He's always in his best. He's always like so. That's why.
He's a professional. He's professional for real, 100%. No, he gave his life to boxing. He works hard to this. And then I think it's important also the team who you have and the training plan, everything, the rest, straight conditioning, boxing, all. So when you are at this level, I think
The discipline, the
it
discipline.
is, yes.
Camila, thank you so much. We can't wait to see you fighting in US,
Thank you.
and
I can't wait too.
we will do from our side whatever we can.
Yes, I
And
want to say thank you, thanks to you for the gloves. It was amazing. I told
how
my
did you like
manager,
them? How did
I
you like
love
them?
them. I love them. I told my manager those are the best gloves I had because when I have a problem on this end, I always
Um,
after fight get big hand, and there are another brand I don't want to say the name who make me feel my hand really bad,
so
but
they
with
felt
you.
good. We got a W, and on to the next one.
No, it was those was the best gloves I had in my fight.
Amazing. We are so happy for that. All right, Camila, are you going to training now?
Yeah, no, today is a rest day. I'm gonna have a lunch and
Okay.
rest. Tomorrow I'm gonna spar.
Okay. Okay. All right. We will have you soon in the podcast. We'll do it again.
Thank you, thank
Okay.
you. I
You
enjoyed
have a
it.
nice day. Bye
Have a
bye.
nice day.
Bye.
Bye.